Hello guys, welcome back to the channel for another massive breakdown of our favorite magical martial arts journey. If you watched our analysis of the previous chapters, you know we left off on an agonizing cliffhanger inside Elder Rinnia's cottage. As Arthur leaned over the basin of water, focusing every ounce of his mind on his parents, the water began to swirl as he prepared to send a message across the continent. This part takes us on a complete emotional roller coaster, from a tear-jerking, long-distance family reunion to royal apologies, a hilarious city tour, and a pretentious elf noble getting instantly humbled by a 4-year-old. The narration on this channel may feel a little odd at times, but trust me, you're going to love this manhwa. If you're new here, watch from part 1 for the best understanding. Let's get into it. The scene opens in the Lewin household, where Arthur's mother, Alice, brings a steaming bowl of stew over to the table, telling Reynolds to dig in and eat up. Reynolds looks up, pleasantly surprised. "Wow, this beef stew looks amazing, Alice. What's the special occasion?" Alice looks down gently. "Nothing like that. It's just been a while since I've cooked for you after moving here." Her expression softens with a heavy, sorrowful look in her eyes as she murmurs softly, "This used to be yours and Arthur's favorite dish." Not quite catching her whisper, Reynolds asks, "What was that, honey?" Alice quickly brushes it off. "It's nothing." As the two sit together at the table in quiet grief, a familiar voice suddenly echoes inside both of their minds. "Hi Mom, hi Dad." Both Alice and Reynolds freeze in absolute total shock. The voice continues, "It's me, your son, Arthur." Reynolds is so stunned that the wooden spoon in his hand slips right out of his fingers, clattering onto the floor. Arthur's voice resonates clearly through the mental connection. "You're probably really surprised that you're hearing my voice inside your head, huh? I'll explain all that later, but for now I just want you to know, I'm alive and safe. I managed to survive the fall off of the cliff just barely." Hearing their son's voice after so much agony, tears immediately begin to well up in Alice and Reynolds' eyes. Arthur continues his message. "This should be kept a secret, but I'm currently staying in the kingdom of Alenwar with the elves. I know it must have been hard. It's been hard for me too, but I'm glad you're both okay. I hope you guys don't blame each other for what happened. I'm proud of what I did back then, and if I could go back in time, I'd do it again, even if it meant I would die." Arthur's voice softens as he explains his current situation. "I wish I could go to you guys, but that might be a little hard right now. It seems I have a sort of illness that I need to get treated. I'm not in any danger, but I need to get treated before I head back home." He gives them a quick reassurance about how this magical connection is even possible. "I'm not sure when the next time I can reach out like this will be. There is a mage here that's a deviant like you, Mom. She's the one that's allowing you guys to be able to hear my voice." Shifting to a lighthearted, playful tone to ease his father's heart, Art adds, "Dad, I'll keep practicing magic and fighting while I'm here recovering. Don't be surprised if I can beat you in a match the next time we meet. Until then, keep Mom and the baby safe." At those words, both Alice and Reynolds break down, crying uncontrollable tears of pure joy and overwhelming relief. The immense weight of guilt and heartbreak they carried for months completely lifts off their shoulders. Overwhelmed by emotion, Alice springs up from her seat and rushes into Reynolds' arms, hugging him tightly as they weep together. Arthur finishes his message with deep affection. "Mom, Dad, I love you both. Take care until I get back." Back inside Elder Rinnia's cottage, Arthur slowly pulls away from the basin of water. Tears stream down his own cheeks as he wipes them away, his heart finally at peace. Turning around to face Elder Virion, Art's tear-stained face hardens with sharp, glaring eyes filled with absolute determination. "I'm ready." Returning to the castle entrance, Elder Virion and Tesha walk straight inside, but King Alduin and Queen Muriel step forward to stop Arthur. King Alduin speaks up with a humbled smile. "It seems that years of being a king has made me a bit old-fashioned and stubborn." Queen Muriel tries to explain what he means. What he's trying to say is, "We're sorry for earlier. Please accept our apology and consider this place your own." King Alduin adds warmly, "You are my daughter's savior and my father's very first disciple. Let me welcome you once again properly." Arthur smiles, shaking hands with the king. "Thank you for your generosity." Before they can even finish, Tesha pops up between them, looking up at her father. "If you're really sorry to Arthur, then let us play outside. I want to show him around the city." The king and queen exchange a funny, helpless glance, agreeing to let the kids go explore. A short while later, Arthur sits on the ground waiting for Tesha. She runs up beaming, "I am ready, let's go, Art." As they stroll through the bustling streets of the elf capital, Arthur accidentally bumps into a young elf child. The elf boy immediately gasps in disgust, dusting off his clothes. "Gross, I got human germs on me." Arthur makes a deadpan face thinking, "What the hell?" The arrogant elf child sneers, "Just because Elder Virion favors you a bit, do you think you belong here?" His friends back him up from behind. Yeah, go back to where you came from, monkey. Tesha pulls on Art's arm. Come on, Art, let's just go. Watching the kid flex, Arthur thinks to himself, this blatantly cliché side character. I kind of want to mess with him. The elf boy bows dramatically toward Tesha. Princess, while I applaud your kindness, it is beneath your level to be with this human commoner. Allow me, Ferith Ivsar III, to escort you. Hearing the name, Arthur pretends to be completely blown away, gasping sarcastically. Ferith, the Ferith Ivsar, you mean that grass-type Pokémon that evolves into Venusaur? Ferith's ego practically shoots through the roof. So even you've heard of my genius. Of course, awakening recently while I'm still so young is. Ferith's face instantly drops as he realizes what Arthur just called him, snapping angrily. Wait, what did you just call me? It's pronounced Ivsar, you ignorant fool, and I'm not some cartoon monster. Arthur deadpans back. Ignorant indeed, my bad, I only keep up with the latest Pokémon meta. Tesha bursts out laughing. Sarcastic as ever, Arthur bows deeply. I had no such clue that I was in the presence of such inspiring genius. This bug will remember to give you proper respect. Now, if you'll excuse us. As Art turns to leave, Ferith steps in front of him, throwing his handkerchief down onto the cobblestones. Stop, you think I didn't see through your sarcasm? For the pride of the Ivsar house, I challenge you to a duel. Arthur blinks, what the actual bullshit is this? Tesha steps in furiously. How dare you initiate a duel with the disciple of Elder Virion? You may be of noble blood, but you should still know your place, Ferith. Ferith smirks evilly. My apologies, princess, but my father has taught me to never let anyone trample on my pride. Human, accept this duel or retreat with your primate tail between your legs. Just know that your decision will reflect on your mentor as well. With no choice left, Tesha officiates the duel as a crowd gathers. Ferith grips his practice weapon, clearly convinced he's about to teach this human child a lesson, shouting, Prepare yourself, human named Arthur. This genius will show. Before he can even finish his sentence, Arthur closes the distance in the blink of an eye and appears directly in front of Ferith. Art lands a clean, solid punch straight to the arrogant kid's face, dropping him flat onto the floor. Arthur stands over him thinking, that's it, is this the self-proclaimed genius? Tesha sighs internally, I knew this was going to happen, before grabbing Art's hand, yelling, run. As they dash through the city streets, Arthur grins to himself. I couldn't help but grow to appreciate this little princess more and more. While the rest of the day wasn't quite as fun as playing with Ferith, it was refreshing and allowed me to get my mind off things. They spend the rest of the afternoon visiting local shops and the Grand Library, with Tesha using her terrifying princess glare to keep disrespectful merchants in line. Later that evening, as the two stand on a quiet bridge overlooking the glowing city lights, Tesha turns to Arthur. Your training starts tomorrow, right? Are you nervous? Arthur pauses, remembering Elder Virion's heavy warning. The assimilation process used by beast tamers has often been compared to submerging your body in boiling tar. You will be stuck here in this foreign land without the comfort of family. But if you can endure, the payoff will be enormous. Are you up for it, brat? Coming back to the present moment, Arthur looks out over the city with a calm, confident smile. I'm excited. I've come a long way to get to where I am now. The training and seeing my parents, I'm excited for all of that. I can't wait for what the future has in store for me. What an absolute masterclass of a breakdown. From Reynolds dropping his spoon in tears to Arthur taking down an arrogant elf noble in one hit, and gearing up for Virion's brutal beast tamer regimen, this part delivered everything we could ask for. What kind of grueling, painful training will Elder Virion throw at Arthur, and how will Art survive the beast will assimilation process? Let me know all your thoughts and reactions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next part. This is the end of Season 1. Let me know if you want me to continue with Season 2 of this manhwa or if I should move on to another one. If you have any recommendations, drop them in the comments too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.